Hello everyone and welcome to the channel Nursing Guru Kirli. I'm Suchitra and I'm going to start a new series in our channel today. What is this new series all about? Yes, this series is about nursing inspiration where I'm going to invite a person from nursing faculty who has great contribution in the field of nursing, and you and me can learn a various amount of things from them. So this is our first video and our first guest is going to come. Who is our first guest? Let's see. Welcome to the Nursing Inspiration. For today, our guest is Madam Surekha Shashank Sawant. Madam has huge contribution in the field of nursing. Madam has worked as principal and matron of BYL Nair Hospital. Madam has also worked as faculty for postgraduate diploma in disaster fire and industrial safety management conducted by Garware Institute in collaboration with MCGM. Madam has also initiated to prepare SOPs for Mumbai City to manage bioterrorism. Madam was also appointed as project consultant for book writing in medical surgical nursing, and Madam is chairperson of TNAI Maharashtra State Branch. Madam has attended number of conferences, presented papers, called as guest speakers. She has many things to her credit, but to list few, she has received Excellence in Service Award in 2009, Best Nurse Award in 2012, and Service to Humanity Award in 2014. We are honored to have such an eminent personality with us on this channel. I welcome Madam Surekha Shashank Sawant to my very first episode of Nursing Inspiration. Hello, ma'am. Welcome to Nursing Guru Kirli channel. And today we are meeting in this video. This is the first video of our series called Nursing Inspiration, wherein I'm going to call the personnel from nursing faculty who is going to on her own profession and who is going to guide me and my all the viewers about nursing. So we all know Madam Surekha Sawant how professionally she is, but now I want you to like take us to like few I think not few but quite many more years back, wherein you are just Surekha, a child, and I would like to ask you, how was you as a child? How was your childhood, your original place, like where you have been from? Just brief us about that, ma'am.
Okay, Suchitra, I think first of all I must thank you for inviting me in this session, and I was quite surprised that I do not know why I'm the first one, but let us
Ma'am, pleasure is all mine, ma'am.
okay. So okay, if you go back or if you really want me to go down the memory lane and who I was as a child, I'll tell you. My father was in police department, and I remember so in Mumbai city, and he used to like every 5 years, like he had multiple transfers. They used to, and then when he used to get transferred, no, we also had to change our residence very frequently. So initially, my primary education, like for few years, like in between, I was at my native place Ratnagiri. Like, and you will not believe, till 10th standard, I had 9 different schools I have been to. That many
Okay.
variations. Yeah, of course, it was a Marathi school.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's a vernacular medium. But one thing, I was good in studies. especially mathematics and science were my favorite subjects. But
Okay.
language, English, I do not know. It was a problem with me. As you know, in Marathi medium, we learn, we only by heart and we appear for the exam, especially language is concerned. So
I
only that
totally
much
agree.
knowledge I had regarding English. Then I did my, after 10th, I opted for science and then 11, 12 science. And after 12th, even I wasn't sure ki where I'm going to go. Ki काय choose
Yeah.
करणार आहे मी. I wasn't sure about it. And we were staying at police headquarters, Crawford Market. So the GT hospital was there. One day, my father had gone there for some, I think, official work in the hospital. So one tutor, I think he casually asked one of the tutors there, कि my daughter is doing, results were not out, कि doing 12th standard, कि काय सांगाल तुम्ही, like, no, where she should be sent, like, no. Then immediately she said, you send your daughter to SNDT University for BSc nursing. My father did not understand what it was. As you know, I do not know, but after now, when I look back after 40 years, the scenario has changed. But in those days, it was little different.
Yeah.
So my father, he came back home and immediately he contacted someone from the home guard there, and he said, "Come, get ready. We have to go." So मला पण ते I didn't know what it was. So along with him, then we went to the home guard, which was our next at Bombay, after Bombay Hospital. From there, someone from the home guard accompanied him, and we went to the SNDT University. From there, I was taken to the college, and I was admitted. So
Okay.
our results were not out, but I do not know. The term had already started. So I got admission there. I went there, Suchitra. When
Yeah.
I sat in the classroom, I was, you know, listening to some other language which I was not familiar. I was wondering what it is, what I'm listening. I said, being in Mumbai, what is this? I was expecting people to speak English or Marathi or
Yeah,
maybe
Marathi. Yeah, yeah, totally
so
agree.
I was, I do not know, but in those, like, we were out of 50, I think, 40 were South Indians. I did not know at that particular moment what it was actually. And where very few we were Maharashtrians and very few from Bandra, those girls. And gradually then I realized that these are like the girls coming from different state in Mumbai to learn nursing. And I said, I was wondering, how is that we are not aware, being in Mumbai, and we were staying in the close vicinity to the SNDT University.
Yeah, yeah.
And I did not know about this. Just see, on an average, see, when I look back, Maharashtrians were not familiar to the nursing field. Okay.
Yes,
And those
ma'am.
days it was definitely, and still it is dominated by the South Indian. I was totally new to that scenario anyway. And when I entered into then I realized language was my main problem. I couldn't speak English. I couldn't speak English. Though in that year, 12th, I was having the highest marks in the class, but language was my issue. I did not then, especially to pick up anatomy, those subjects, physiology, to
Yes, ma'am.
understand fundamentals, all the subjects, I thought I would lack somewhere. Then I decided to learn English. So then in those days, there were three small volumes by Tarkhadkar. I still remember
Okay.
somehow those books I came,
Yeah.
you know, those part one, part two, part three. And when I started reading those, referring simple spoken English, I
Okay.
go, she goes, he goes, they go, that kind of small sentence. And then I used to listen
Grammar.
to
Yeah.
my,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Huh.
grammatically.
Yeah.
Then I used to listen to my friends when they are conversing among themselves, how they're talking, if they want to talk something from the past, something current, something about the future, what grammatical, that English, what they're speaking. And these books, and I think my first year I spent my more time in learning English than learning nursing. I think that was the time because I didn't want to be weak in that thing. And gradually then, because especially when I went to second year, I remember we had presentations. And I couldn't do the presentations because spoken English was a issue with me. And I'm sure many girls will
Yes,
realize
ma'am. I
that.
think
Yeah,
yeah, ma'am. I
yeah,
think this is very useful, which you are telling,
yeah.
because girls do
So,
have problems.
yeah, problems. Because even I remember when I teaching, we used to teach in Nair Hospital, girls coming from the tribal areas.
Yes, ma'am.
See, I was coming from
Re-
Mumbai city, still I had problem, but these girls were coming from the tribal areas. Then what they it intimates, they find it very difficult. Instead of being spoken, they become very quiet. They stop talking only. And I always used to tell girls, my students also, unless and until you speak up, it may be wrong, but you start
Yes.
speaking, because language is the only thing. Unless and until you speak, you will not learn. Okay, so and that is how I learned. And
Yes.
when I finished our batch was 3.5 years batch. So when I finished nursing, I think what was the strength I gained because of that foundation course in nursing at the SNDT University is that I was very timid initially when I began my nursing.
Okay.
And now we were posted in Nair Hospital only. I remember my first posting. I used to get scared to go near patient. I used to get scared to talk to the teachers. It was such a scary, threatening environment in the ward also. Because
Yes.
someone is dying, someone is crying, someone is getting admitted, some emergency, and you are at such a raw, tender age. When you get
Yes.
inside the profession, you are
Yes,
completed
ma'am.
17 years, so you are somewhere between
17,
18, 19,
18.
20
Yeah.
years. You're very tender, very raw. And when you see a dead body, it threatens you, it kills you actually. You get very scared about it. And I was very timid. But as the days go on, you learn to talk, you learn to communicate, you learn to present yourself, you learn to speak up, you learn to collaborate with other people. Gradually that fear goes away from you. And I think by end of 3.5 years, when you leave your college, you're ready to face the world.
Yes,
And that
ma'am.
is how our nursing
No.
students, I really appreciate in those days, the moment they're out from the BSc nursing program, 1 or 2 years they used to work here, and most of the girls used to fly abroad. Either they used to go to Gulf country or the USA was a channel those days. Girls used
Mhm.
to. I didn't go as my parents anyway. It's okay.
Yeah.
So I stayed back here. That is how I began. Then after BSc, I joined Jaslok Hospital. That was the top ranked hospital in those days. So
Okay.
I think our complete batch had joined
Acha.
Jaslok
Okay.
Hospital. And gradually, after 1 year, they all started flying abroad. And I was there for 6 years at Jaslok Hospital. And that was also another very good, because in corporate hospital, the work culture is different. There's
Okay.
accountability is there. Whatever you do for the patients, you're accountable. Your time factor is very important. I learned it was again actual learning, when you are in that clinical area with the patients, taking decisions as a single nurse, because evening time,
Yes.
night time, you're all alone in the ward. Okay,
Yeah,
then I
ma'am.
was there for ward, then I worked in the kidney the transplant department. I was put in the
Department.
operation theater. OT was my favorite area. I used to enjoy working in the operation theater. And then I was taken down for teaching because I was a graduate. But I was there for very short months, because meanwhile I got a job in the
Okay.
corporation hospital. So I came back to Nair and joined BYL Nair Charitable Hospital in the
Yes.
1989, 88, and I joined as a sister tutor there.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Okay.
that is how I began
Yes.
my nursing career. Okay.
Ma'am, that's
Uh,
very
uh,
inspiring, because I think especially the thing which you said, like English, you have worked a lot. I'm very much agree to you, because I think that's really like we are fearful. Being from vernacular medium, we are used to
uh,
writing it, but when it
English,
comes to
yeah.
speaking, like somewhere we start thinking in our mind, okay, we have to formulate
Yeah,
the statements and we have to say it. So I totally agree, and I'm sure the viewers who are watching this video will also get the thing ki, like you have to work a lot. And now when we are talking, ma'am, with you, ma'am. You have a phenomenal command over language with a period of time, and it's really inspiring from you. So yes, like from childhood to schooling to nursing, now you have come, and you said that you joined BYL Nair Hospital. And whenever we say BYL Nair Hospital, it's like your Anban Shan of BYL Nair when it comes to nursing. I'm sure everybody knows. Like when we say Surekha Sawan, ma'am, Nair Hospital, yes, it comes to our mind immediately. So, ma'am, tell us about again. I would like to take you forward, like professional growth, like from service, you have come to teaching. Then you have been into like as entrepreneur, you have work, you have been into administrator, research, book author, so many things. So, how did you go about it? Like, did you pick up the things on your own, like you thought of it and you have decided, or it just like it came to you and you have just picked up? Like, how did it happen? All happens. We would
Yeah,
like to
I'll tell
know.
you one thing. Yeah. See, once I joined Nair, I'll tell you, there was lot of work culture difference when I came from a corporate hospital to the general, municipal hospital.
Corporation. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
things, work culture, it's totally different. And then what happens slowly, you also become a part of that culture gradually. Yeah. So I started, but Nair has given me, it has taught me many things. It has matured me. It has been a good learning experience. It has given me my strength, my opportunities. Everything is given to me by Nair Hospital, and I'm really proud to have been associated with the BYL Nair Hospital. It is one of the best premier institute, I will say, because it's a government hospital, municipal hospital. We may not have a good this thing. What do you say? Physical structure. Like when you
Yes,
enter in
yes.
our ward, when you enter in
Yeah.
the ward, you must have worked in our hospital as a
Yes,
student
ma'am.
also.
Yes, yes,
Yeah,
yes.
but the kind of patients we manage, I really, salute our corporation. The kind of services we give them.
Yeah.
These are world class services because physically you may not see, but the kind of
With limited resources. Yeah.
resources, the
Yeah.
kind of services they get
Yeah.
is a
Yeah. Yeah.
free, and everything is free.
Yes, yes,
If you
yes.
really look at the health cost today, the same kind of services you want to get it from other private hospital, how much you have to pay from the pocket.
Right,
But
ma'am.
anyway, so when I was in an eye hospital, my colleagues, my senior colleagues, I had a very good uh, uh, I do not know. I had very good bonding with everyone, right from my senior colleagues to with my students. And as I was learning, I was teaching there. I joined as a tutor. After 5 years, in those days we were eligible for the deputation. Okay, so I was
Okay.
just waiting for my 5 years to complete. In that, in the at Nayar Hospital only in the year 1989, my twin daughters were born. you know,
Okay.
Zai and Zui. And I
Zui,
was,
yes.
yeah, yeah. So, so, so then it became little busy actually because managing twins is it's a challenge for a mother, and you have professional responsibility, you have personal responsibility, and they were
Yes.
very small. So, but the moment I completed, I was waiting for my completion of 5 years, and I applied for the deputation for a master's, and luckily I was selected for it. Like, from other members, was selected, I was deputed. And once again, I came back to SNDT University, our LT College of Nursing, to do my master's. 2 years, I finished my master's. And again, as I said, another 2 years of being with the LT College of Nursing has added, has given me the most strength and all. And I developed myself again.
Yes.
That really sharpens you again. Like, you need some, like you sometimes you become so blunt, you need to be sharpened so you perform better. So after that, when I came back, we started with many educational programs. Since it was in the medical surgical nursing, I had done my master's, so we started I came back, I started teaching fundamental of nursing also. But after 2 years, 93, 95, I finished my master's. And in the year 97, I do not know whether to share this. You can also, I lost my husband in an accident. And that
Oh,
was a setback for me. Actually, that was the time I was working on my PhD proposal. But then it so happened, so I kept my that part of it. I said now it is my daughters were very small, around 7 years. So I had to taking care of them, giving them time
yeah,
as a
yeah,
single parent was became my priority. And one thing in the year, it was around, I think, 2000, 2001, I was sent for a, I'll tell you, if you really read my CV, you'll find that something so much I
yes,
write about disaster management. Okay.
yes,
Was,
ma'am.
yeah.
Yeah, when I went through, I saw, yeah, from
You may
Garwari
not
Institute.
see on any of the
Yeah,
CVs of any nurses. I'm a
yes,
faculty. Currently, last from 2018, I'm a faculty. I'm teaching uh, healthcare and disaster management. It's a subject in the second semester. It's a program called Postgraduate Diploma in Disaster Fire Industrial Safety Management. Any graduate from any course can join that, and it is run at, I do not know, many of them are not familiar. Because since you're close there at MGM Hospital, there's a
yes,
CIDM
yes.
Institute, City Institute of Disaster Management. Have you ever visited that?
Ye-
Do
Not
visit.
visited, just heard. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, huh.
Yeah, so that is our place. It's a in
Okay.
CIDM is a state-of-the-art premier institute developed by our MCGM. Okay, to create disaster management because there's dearth of people. Those are experts in the disaster management. So with that, and as you know, Mumbai is a hotspot for many natural and the man-made
Yes,
disasters, and especially after 2005 that we had flood in the Mumbai city.
yes.
So that momentum was
Yeah,
it was
great.
started.
Yeah,
Many activities by disaster management cell of the MCG was started. There was a cell, but actually the momentum was gained during that period post the flood in Mumbai. And then the CI they had the concept of CIDM based on the NIDM. So it's a premier institute where they train, they educate, they take research activities in the field of disaster management. Program is run by Garware Institute and affiliated to
yes,
the Mumbai University. And there are many experts from their respective fields coming from the fire brigade and many. There are 12 subjects to go, so that is keeping me busy. Okay,
yeah.
so that I did. Somehow in the year there was, I think, year 2009. I do not remember exactly year. There was
Okay.
one theme, WHO theme, safe hospitals, and I
Oh,
was called to do unfolding of the theme. Okay, so
yeah.
luckily in that particular year they had invited our deputy, I think, was DMC, IMC, SS Shinde sir, who had the portfolio of disaster management. So that team had come there for the opening of that program.
Okay.
And when I started, and they were little late. So then they said, Madam, you go on the, now you start unfolding of the theme. When I walked on the stage, the sir walked in. So my introduction, he did not know. So and then he sat, he was there for my complete session. And then after I finished my session, he called me. Then he asked me, are you an engineer? I remember he are calling me because I was talking about the safe hospital. I said, no, sir, I'm assistant director design hospitals. And first question he questioned me, whether would you like to join our department, disaster management department? I said,
Oh,
no, sir, I would like to continue with the nursing only. But if there is anything related to the disaster management, you can always call me. He said, yes, Karke. Then I thought he might forget. Yes, said, but I remember I was taking examination at KM Hospital, council examination. I got a call there in the KM Hospital. They kept on searching for me. And then they said, you are invited to that cell, which is at the headquarters, for a meeting. Sir has called you for a meeting. And I went for a meeting there. So it was a meeting where with the there were people from various fields related to disaster management. They were developing a master plan for city of Mumbai. So I
Okay.
was one of the committee members in the developing the master plan,
Wow.
DRMMP, disaster relief master.
Great,
Anyway,
great. Yeah.
so and that is how I got into. Then I started going for a meeting, and that I remember that those days when the Swindeswar had told me that we'll be opening a like an institute where we'll be conducting the programs, and I would like you to be one of my faculty for our program. So I thought even that they will forget. But then I continued with their association with the cell, and then they invited me as a faculty. So I'm there with them. And now also I'm here in state. I take virtual classes. The progress
Yeah.
going on.
Great, great, ma'am. It's
Yeah.
really big.
Uh,
Actually, I was about
uh,
to ask you, like, I have when I was
uh,
going through your
uh,
CV, yeah, I read and it's really remarkable. Like when we say about nursing, people know only they know only okay, nursing means these
okay.
things you have to do. But there are a lot of things apart from nursing, which directly or indirectly you can be a part of it. And I think this is a great thing which you have told. Like we study everything in nursing, but very few people apply that thing and they go for it. So I think that's really great, ma'am. Next, I would like to ask, ma'am, like you have worked as an administrator, right? So I know I'm sure that this video will be watched by like students and also managers and everybody. So I want you to tell like how did you manage being an administrator? How did you manage this low, medium, middle level and higher management? Because you have to like be in contact with them. Then there are a lot of challenges or opportunities, whatever comes to you. How you managed all these things?
See, actually, see, when I from after nearly 25 years of teaching, when I was
Yes.
taken promoted on the matron's position.
Yes. Yes.
So actually, I'll tell you one thing. Initially, I was not ready. I was a little hesitant to take up that position
Okay.
because we have seen, especially in the government hospitals, like we have many unions, multiple unions are there.
Exactly.
We have
Yes.
seen how the decisions which are taken by the matron, like every union will, like they will only look at you how the decisions are taken, and if that particular is the decision related to one particular staff, if she belongs to a particular union, the other union will come and like why she
Yeah,
like now there's always
exactly.
it's not that sometimes we have seen how difficult it is. I won't say difficult, it's very challenging to work as a, I'll tell you, it's a challenging job to work at. It's not only for a corporation, anywhere, whether you're in a corporate hospital, whether you're a government hospital, because as a matron, you have got many things onto your head. If you do so, if you
Yeah.
do so, if you do not do anything, there's nothing on your head. I have seen
True.
the one once an administrator knows no, she cannot do anything, then they won't involve you in any decision. They will not call you for any meeting, I'll tell you. Because in that case, then we have seen matrons saying, "अरे आम्हाला, they don't call us. कशाकरताच
Hmm.
बोलवत नाहीत meeting मध्ये involve करत नाहीत." So if you are saying like that, that means it goes to, it shows, okay, you have given them the chance not to invite you for a particular thing, okay. So you have to get involved.
Yes.
You have to give them full cooperation to the administration. See the decisions what you take as a matron. These are always you critically analyze the situation and you take a decision. There is nothing called as right decision or a wrong decision. You always take best decisions in that particular given scenario. Sometimes it might go wrong, but then you have to be ready to face the consequences. But I'll tell you, whether it was with my senior administration, my dean, my deputy dean, my ADs, and all the people, or whether it was my colleagues, those who are working with me in the metro office, or whether it was my subordinates, I think I had cordial relations with everyone. I do not like to, like, for the sake of fighting or for the sake of opposing something. You always have to think why the decision is taken and support it. There are always problems. And see, all the employees, as long as you say yes, yes to them, you are good to them. The moment you say
Yes.
no to anyone, then you are bad to them. It's a human tendency. It's a human
Right.
tendency. It doesn't happen only in the hospital, it is everywhere. Okay. So even with our children, it's sometimes if you, the moment you say no, they, you're not good. If you give them everything, whatever they want, then you're very good. It's like that. So, but I'll tell you, as a patron, that was initially, though I was hesitant. I was not ready. I remember our SNS Sophie madam, she called me and she told me, Sureka, please don't say no, because I was already basically, I had some health issues. So I said, I don't want to, because it comes with lot of stress. There may be many privileges to your post, but it has also lot of comes with a stress. And how you cope up with a stress will decide how you're going to handle it. If you're very weak in coping up, you may land up with many problems. So she said, please go ahead. Then finally I said, let me take her. Okay, so I accepted. So initial phase was a learning, because see, when you're from teaching, you're thrown into administration.
Yeah.
It's a new area for you. You have to learn so much. You have to learn. If you do not learn, if you do not try to understand the system, what is working around you, then it becomes very difficult to manage. Okay.
Mm.
So many things. We had some court cases going on there. Like I had to run to the court. That was very something. When I started going to the court, then I started learning the procedure of the court. And I'll tell you, when I joined as a matron, after 1 or 2 years, I also joined. I said, let me do my hospital administration course, to
Yeah.
understand better. So I did
And
postgraduate diploma in hospital administration, hospital and healthcare management. It was, which was run by the All India Institute of Local Government at Andheri. So there we had subject law. One subject was there. But being in that, initially when first year which I had spent in the court, I could do very good in my law subject, because I had
okay.
understood the procedure of working of the court, what is the principle of natural justice, what is hearing, what is, so all those, actually I had already been through the practical law.
Uh,
So, so that
yeah.
it benefited me. So every problem, as a matron, I never looked it as a problem. I always thought it as a challenge. It's a challenge. And I always, every incident, I always take it as a learning experience. की त्याच्यातून मी काय शिकणार आहे?
Right.
What I'm going to learn through that. Every situation, and in what I've seen there as a matron, 7 years I gave as matron. Ki you plan, ki tomorrow when I go, I'm going to do this. But the moment you step in, you have some other problem already waiting for you. Something has happened in the night. The night nurses are waiting for you. The moment you reach there, they will tell, Madam, this is. Then your whole day goes in that. And it's as in the capacity as a matron, you are handling human force. I had
Yes.
around 1,000 total, more than 1,000 staff under me. You're handling the human resource. So how you handle them? They are the people with
Yes.
the emotions, with all kinds of emotions, the anger, the hatred, the love for you. There are so many things which are involved in. So how you handle them, that matters a lot. And I think if you touch their core somewhere, and they develop confidence in you. Ki yes, madam, whatever decision she will take thoughtfully. I
Right.
think this decision, when even the administration develops about you, yes, she has taken. I remember our dean. If she has taken this decision, that means she has done it thoughtfully. You have to
Okay.
think both the sides. Every coin has both the sides. So you study both the things and then take a decision. Unilaterally, कधीही decision घ्यायचा नसतो. When someone
Okay.
comes and complains about you, give a thought. Do not be judgmental. Do not immediately pass comment. Ha, असं तसं. No, 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 no. Come back. You
Yeah.
study the situation. You study the
Okay.
complete aspects. When a person comes with a complaint to you, he will only tell safe side of his problem. He will not tell you the missing things. What is not in his favor, he will not never report. It's a human tendency. So you need to find those side also and then take a decision. But at
Okay.
times it's very depressing also. There are many, and especially, see, if you're managing a small hospital, ours was big, large, 18-bedded hospital,
Yes.
and so, but I'll tell you, when I left my teaching, but when I was matron, of course, I was teaching nursing administration, so I
Yes.
continued my teaching. But that was the best experience. I really enjoyed being administrator. Of course, I retired in 31st December 2018. I did not want to take up any additional job, didn't want to continue to work. But again, if given a chance, I would like to work as an administrator. It's very dynamic, it's very challenging. It keeps you on your toes, like no, you are not in a comfort zone. When you're
Yeah.
sitting in metro office, you're not in comfort zone. It's everything is sometimes the things are very unfavorable. People they talk anything, they will criticize you, but you should be ready to take this. No, along with the flowers, the bricks also you are going to come to your,
Yes.
yeah,
Okay.
people will only not give you flowers. So
Okay. So from all the
good.
circumstances, what is good that you have taken
Yeah,
and then you have
taking,
managed
yeah.
yourself to
Uh,
go ahead. I think great, ma'am. Great.
uh,
So, ma'am, I want to ask, like you mentioned that you have to cope up with the situations. So, what is like do you have some hobbies or something which you have inculcated like as a coping
yeah,
management or
yeah.
coping strategies for
Uh,
yourself? You would like to just know.
Actually, basically, if you really ask me, when I was small, म्हणजे आपण, in the school days, I used to read a lot. That was in those days. I think there was not much of TV also. Then there was no internet or nothing. So only I
Right.
was not one thing. I was very an introvert person basically till I came for the college. I never used to like na my younger sisters na they used to go out and play with the friends. I never had much like no. I used to be in the they used to call me bookworm. I used to prefer books. If not study books, then I used to prefer. I remember, and especially as I grew up, I developed more by historical books more than the fiction. I always prefer like no all autobiographies or especially Maraठी जे आपलं ऐतिहासिक जे आहे सगळं
So,
पानिपत कितीतरी जी मराठी पुस्तकं छावा म्हणा इफ यू रिअली नेम एनी बुक चेन्स I have read all the books. Okay.
okay.
I love reading historical books. History I used to enjoy. Okay, so and now also, if you really ask me, I like to watch movies, but which are biographical movies, something which tell the story of what has actually happened based on
Yeah.
the true events. I do not watch any I like to watch, but don't I do not like watching any serials, Hindi serials or Marathi. I don't because I do not agree with so many things. It's my personal choice, but I prefer reading, watching pictures, movies. Reading, I think, has decreased now, maybe because of this internet. We have the access to all these things, so we prefer
Yeah.
from the net. Yeah, but the
Even
books,
audiobooks people go
yeah,
for nowadays.
nowadays. So as such,
Yeah.
reading, I think, and as I'm aging, also your eyesight also, like you have to wear glasses and all that. So, but traveling is my another thing. I like to
Okay.
travel a lot. I've traveled many places. Okay. So that is my another personal choice. That is how I like to eating also. I like
Yeah.
to.
Ma'am,
Okay.
what you like paramпरिक Maharashtriya padarth or
Yeah, I like that. I like that.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah,
yeah,
मराठी आपले सगळे पदार्थ जे आहेत
yeah,
महाराष्ट्रीयन फूड I enjoy that. We do not have that many hotels here, but
yeah,
I enjoy that fish, especially because we are from Konkan area. So I
yeah.
like to eat fish and rice, my favorite thing. Yeah.
Oh,
Uh,
nice. Okay.
uh,
Okay. Ma'am, next I would like to ask, like now we all are in a pandemic situation.
Mm-hmm.
Already since 2020, we are facing in India the wave of pandemic, and it's happening. So I want you to like tell the message for the nurses, like how do they cope up now? Now, like continuously they are working and they're in so much hectic schedule that it's very difficult for them. So like how they can like manage themselves, or what message you will give, or how you see
I
pandemics?
think, yeah, see, now we're already into 2021, so it's 1.5 year over. I think our nurses have done a great job of managing. I think once again, we say sometimes blessings in disguise. Of course, the pandemic has come. It has again highlighted the importance of nursing profession. It has
Yeah,
again, that this is the oldest profession. This is the oldest profession, has got many traditions. It has got legacy. It has got history. But I say, if you look at the development of nursing, it has not developed much. If you
yeah,
look at the bedside nursing care, what we are doing, I think 50, 60 years, it looks as we are still to continue doing the same thing. There has not been much change at the bedside. But as far as if you're asking me regarding the pandemic, I think our nurses, those are working in the clinical area, they have done a wonderful job. I have spoken to, see, by the time the pandemic came, I was out of I had retired. I would have really enjoyed working as a, like, no,
yeah.
uh, to be
Front
during
warrior,
that,
frontline
in the
warrior.
front
Yeah,
warrior during the
yeah,
COVID. And initially, but I had also requested, I had asked, but then, initially they were saying people above 55 years should not be, initially they were not saying, no, madam, you're already hypertensive, have some health problems. So not advisable. But I remember, since I am the state president of the Trade Nurses Association of India, we started getting many complaints. So we had to write to many official agents, our government agencies. So many times we had done correspondence office to the CM's office also. And then initially there was some problem with the, see, we never had, I remember at Nair Hospital, we never had PPE kits. It was only for the HIV kit, this
yeah.
transparent plastic,
Right.
that kind of things were there.
Yes.
So then, and the N95 masks were so expensive initially. Then we were like coordinating with the headquarters. Same, and headquarters sent us N95 masks. Then we went to the many. Me and my other colleagues also, they all went to the different hospitals, especially government hospitals. Those are involved in the COVID management. We distributed them. We also coordinated with some of the NGOs for the distribution of the PPE kits also given. Then for the student nurses also, we gave them hygienic kits also. So whatever we could do, and there was lot many restrictions. We couldn't move around, the lockdown, and But I would really like to applaud the work of our nurses, because see when I spoke to some of the nurses, also they said, "Madam, we are running against the tide. We have lost many, but then those who were working in the area, they are saying, madam, we are enjoying the work. The sense of satisfaction, आपण ज्याला मराठीमध्ये असं म्हणतो आपण स्वार्थाबरोबर एक परमार्थ काय
हाँ.
म्हणतात ना, this is actually the time the COVID has taught us what you can do for the humanity. And the nurses they've done a great wonderful job. Of course, we have many restrictions. We had so many limitations also. There were frustrating time, like especially second wave when it hit the Maharashtra and India badly. Like hospitals were overflowing. There were even nurses, their own relatives, their husband, they couldn't admit them in their own hospital because there was no beds available.
Bed. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so there were
Yes.
many problems, and this is something which we have never seen in our life. See, now
Yes.
running 60 years, we have never seen such kind of anything it was the first experience for this generation to see what it is. If you go back to the history, we know every 100 years one pandemic hits the whole world and
Yeah.
kills many life.
Yeah.
So our generation has seen this, what it can happen. So this is a learning lesson, and I really salute all my nurses for being such a wonderful human beings. They have compromised on their families, and they have, but
Families. Yeah.
most of them, they said, madam, we are very happy. We are very
Yes.
happy that we were a part of this, like, COVID. We could do something for the patient.
Yes. Yes, ma'am. That's surely like that is a true
Yeah.
nursing spirit, what
And
we
when
can
you
say.
have that, ki I'm doing something for them, you overcome all your problems.
Personal
Yeah.
problems.
When you
Yes.
look it as a problem, then you start grumbling, develop that. But you look it
Yeah.
as a challenge and you feel it is your responsibility to do it, you will overcome everything. You will not keep complaining, and they have done a wonderful job.
Yeah, ma'am. So perspective is very,
Very,
very
very
important whenever
important. Yeah.
we are looking. Yes,
Yes.
ma'am. So I think, ma'am, I'm very happy that I think whatever I wanted to ask you, you have like answered everything. I want to give you like last 5 minutes for yourself to just tell the audience, tell the nurses who are looking this video, like why new nurses should come. Why new girls like 12th results are going to be out, and I get so many calls. Like I'm in teaching side, so we get so many calls. Should we go for JNM? Should we go for BSc? Why to opt for nursing? And lot of things. So that one thing I want you to touch little bit. And then where do you see nursing? Like what is the scope of nursing? What you can tell them? Even
Yeah.
you can answer
See,
in Marathi this
yeah.
question.
See, I'll tell you
I
one thing.
totally up to you. Yeah.
Yeah. की आपल्याकडे स्पेशली फॉर द मराठी families, still आपण असं कधी कधी वाटतं we are still not open to the nursing. See, when my daughter, when she finished Zai, when she finished 12th, I had taken her to the one of the physiotherapy. She had got admission for the physiotherapy also. But then she asked me, "Are you nursing karu ka?" I say, "Kar, no problem." So I never stopped her from doing nursing because see, you first of all, you have to be proud of your profession. When you are proud of your profession, you will advise others to go for that profession.
Yes.
Okay, so then she did, and she's also doing now. Today, she's in upper state, but she's doing a wonderful job here also because I keep reading all the mails, the kind of compliment she gets from her colleagues and all that. So, this profession needs your heart. Okay, you need to blend your heart, your knowledge, your brain, and your hands, caring
Yes.
hands. Okay, and your attitude. This profession is not something which is totally different, which is a challenging profession. Okay, and so if you really, so I always say, when I look at me, I know I could change totally because of my nursing profession. Probably if I had gone for something else, I don't think I would have developed so much. So
Yes.
it's nursing really changes you. Okay, so I would really advise, even I will advise all the young, it's not only female, even male students also, those are doing 12, come and join this profession. It will give you personal growth and professional growth. And I'm of the opinion that every family should have one nurse because that changes everything in the family. She will also like now, and it also nowadays the nursing also brings a good finance. Okay, you're being
Yes.
paid well by the, especially now, private, we are still as a TNA, we are still fighting because they are not paid, but at least in government sector, the seventh pay, they are being paid well. So, and there's so much of scope for nursing. We always say nurse is the one who opens up the eyes of an newborn, and she is the one who closes the eyes of a dying person. So from home to tomb, our services are catered. Hospital, community, industry, you name any area. Nurses are everywhere. The scope is unlimited. Scope is unlimited, and with the coming our new bill, nursing bill, nursing and midwifery bill, and it is growing so much, and COVID is again pushing the nursing profession to grow. So I would welcome, I really like to see this profession growing. It's not only growing, scientifically getting advanced also. Okay, and that will really give you good professional and personal growth to your life also. And it's not only you're also helping your neighboring, your
Others.
community,
Yeah.
स्वार्थ बरो परमार्थ. So you are, it's like
Yes.
ते फार महत्वाचं असतं त्या आयुष्यामध्ये. And you enjoy being a nurse.
Yes, ma'am, that's
Yeah.
really great. Like initially, ma'am, you asked like why I have been called the first person, ma'am. I think people who is watching this interview, they know that why you are the first person. I think each line which you have said is a takeaway message from your interview,
Uh,
not only for myself but everyone who is watching this video. And I think for anything, like this is the first video of the nursing inspiration series, and I think when you have a great start, it like really gives you motivation. So I'm like very much motivated, and I think every sentence, every word which you have said, I have learned and I have gained a lot of things. I think even I was taking my notes also what I have to take, and I'm really happy because I know you, like I know Zaidi also very well, and I know you also, but knowing this way you, it's like a really great experience for me also, and I'm very thankful when I came with this idea with to you, and you immediately said a big yes, and you were happy to come here. And madam is not in India. Madam is like really away from us. Madam is in States. But like you have taken your time out for this, and I'm really glad for this, ma'am. And really, really, I'm glad. And if
Thank
anything
you.
you want to add, please add, ma'am, because I think
Uh,
whatever I had decided, I wanted to ask, I've asked. Anything
uh,
which you feel I've missed and you want to add, ma'am, please you can add anything.
no, one thing is there. It's always I say, ki, as a nurses, I would say, ki, once you become a staff nurse, do not stop your education there. Very oftenly what we are seeing की our nurses feel आता मी government sector मध्ये staff झाले job मिळाला, that is the no, they should continue to grow, and growth can become more powerful only you have added a knowledge. We always say knowledge is the power. It will bring power to your position only if you have scientific knowledge and not like carrying historical. बऱ्याच वेळेला नर्सिंग मध्ये आपण आमच्या वेळेला आम्ही असं केलं म्हणून आता असंच असं there is always a conflict between the old
Yes,
generation and the new generation.
yes,
So you need to change that somewhere in nursing and advance yourself scientifically. Okay, and I think we lack in research also. Research what we do
yes,
in nursing, I think we are not taught ki we need to really implement into the bedside. The bedside we do not see that much. Research is not something which is to be decorated and put on the shelf. It has to be brought to there has to be
practice.
utilization of your nursing research. Okay, then
Yes,
only your knowledge will be respected by the community. Okay, so
yes.
Suchitra, I think I
Thank
must
you, ma'am.
thank you for giving me these opportunities. I do not know that I have done the justice to you, but then I
Ma'am,
thought,
pleasure is all mine. Ma'am, pleasure is all mine to have you, ma'am, and it's really great, ma'am. Really nice experience. Thank you, ma'am. Thank
thank
you
you
for
so much, and I
thank you,
wish
ma'am.
you all the best. Okay, for your future endeavors, whatever you plan to do.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you
Uh,
so much. Take care, ma'am. Bye, ma'am. So I hope you have liked this video. Then press the like button and share it with your all friends, and also subscribe to the channel and press bell icon to get the notification of upcoming videos. Till then, bye bye.